Good morning, guys, and welcome to Unique Not Different with me, Shamla. And today, to end off with Autism Awareness Month, I have a youth advocate and also the founder of Autism Youth Advocates here with me, Mr. Rajiv Ramlakan. Mr. Rajiv Ramlakan is actually a year 4 med student pursuing his bachelor's in medicine and also his bachelor's in surgery. He has been a youth advocate through Support Autism since its inception 7 years ago, and also the director of Autism Family and Friends. So today, Raju is here to talk about what inspired him to become a youth advocate for autism. So good morning, Rajiv, and how are you doing?
Hi, good morning, Shamla. I'm fine. How are things with you?
Things perfect with me, thank you. So let's get straight into it, right? You're definitely a youth advocate. Mm-hmm. What inspired you at that young age to get into youth advocacy as it relates to autism?
So when I was about 15, I kind of noticed that persons with autism and disabled persons were kind of being disadvantaged in society. Mm-hmm. And through that, it kind of made me it made me realize that, okay, here and a change needs to be happen, right?
Yeah.
So that's how it kind of stemmed, it was like maybe these persons, they may not have the opportunities that other people may have, So that's why we kind of wanted to give the voiceless a voice. So that's how it kind of stemmed from it there.
So you started your own group, Autism Youth Advocate, right? Can you tell me a little bit about your group and why you founded this particular group stemming from your advocacy through Support Autism?
Yeah, so the group that we started up was the Siblings and Friends Network.
Right.
So what the Siblings and Friends Network does, it kind of aims to have more of a mentorship program for children with autism. Mm-hmm. And what we've started a kind of new interesting project lately called Raoul's Clubhouse. And Raoul's Clubhouse kind of acts as we give it a safe place for kids with autism to come and experience things that they may not get in regular school, for example. So we have like craft sessions running all day. We have one entire room just dedicated for craft, So, and then we aiming on moving forward. We want to get a special needs teacher so that they could teach them and take a little bit more time with these kids, and so that when they leave school or they're considered adults now, they're not out in the wilderness,
Right.
And something we've kind of worked on in having that Raoul's Clubhouse is that we wanted a sensory room, so that in the case that a person with autism finds like they've been triggering a little too much and they can't take it, we have an entire room just devoted with like sensory objects, and it's quiet, it's easy, carpeted, so that if there's anything that they need to be calmed down about, that room is there where they go. So we're kind of trying to aim for a holistic environment for these kids with autism with this new group.
Nice. And I didn't mention that you're a national scholarship winner for natural sciences, right? And yes. Also that you are a member of the Queen's Commonwealth Trust. Can you tell me a little bit about being a member? What is the Queen's Commonwealth Trust and your membership?
Yeah, so the Queen's Commonwealth Trust is an organization from England. It's funded by the Queen of England. So what they kind of aim to do is that they want to help mentor and promote smaller NGOs that kind of they notice that are making a difference in the community. So what they do is they act kind of as a mentor and guide smaller NGOs to try to build themselves up. And they're really helpful in terms of that, because they have an online network where other young leaders can kind of share their ideas and thoughts. So it's a nice encompassing thing that all of us are just kind of a part of, and I would really advise people to get involved with it.
How do you get involved with it?
So you have to sign up online. They have an online link. So every time you just Google Queen's Commonwealth Trust sign up, you could get there.
Okay, and from your field work with autism, youth and autism in particular, what gaps are you currently seeing that could be filled immediately in terms of the help, children
Mhm.
especially and youth, to be better, a bit more independent as adults
Mhm.
in general.
It's funny that you would say that because just yesterday I was thinking about this, right?
Really?
Um, yeah, so what I kind of noticed just from being here is that persons, like when they have autism and they go out into society, they get a little bit of a stare. And I thought that needs to be addressed, especially for Autism Awareness Month. That's one thing I would like to put out there that, when you see somebody with special needs, you don't really give them such a judgy look, but more of a helpful look. And what I would kind of like for the school groups as well, take a little bit more time with these persons, make sure that when they leave the class, they know what has been really going on. It may be a little bit tougher, but I really would like for that when they leave and become adults, they could function and nobody takes advantage of them and stuff.
Exactly, for them to become independent. So
Exactly.
at the end of the day, when their parents leave and so on, they could, survive on their own.
Exactly.
Yeah, with limited, I guess.
That's one thing I would love to see in society.
We should get there, hopefully. So what other projects are you involved in?
Currently right now, not much. Just trying
Mhm.
to get through school, and I've been back and forth with Support Autism and Raul's Clubhouse trying to get it set up.
And how do persons contact your group as well as Rahul's clubhouse to get involved and
So
so
if you'd like to become a volunteer, you could find us on Facebook and Instagram. You
on.
could search up Support Autism TT and shoot us a message there. We have a group of about 300 volunteers, 300 hardworking volunteers that work tirelessly at our events to educate and promote autism awareness. They act as a sort of pressure group to try to force people into knowing about autism, seeing the signs, and not being able to judge and stuff.
I know there's going to be like a question that will get you thinking quick, right? But is there a particular story within working within this and scenes are just a particular individual that stand out to you in terms of like, oh, okay, wow, this really, is this gives me purpose as to why I'm doing this and motivates me. Yeah.
Yeah, there would actually be two. There would be the first one that the entire NGO is stemmed around Raul. He's the sweetest boy ever. And then some of you all may know him.
Yeah.
And so he's the brother of one of the other founders. So that's the kind of entire reason that this entire thing has been going on, because they saw changes in her brother and they wanted to make something out of it because they realized what had been really going on. And another one being the first autistic child that I worked with, her name is Sydney. And believe it, this child is amazing in the fact that even though she's challenged, she's sewing as of late. She's
Yeah.
using recyclable materials to make clothes for her dolls. And it's so creative and it's amazing that people would think such things about you. And meanwhile, these are the amazing things that they've been doing.
Yeah.
And so her being the first autistic child I worked with was at the fashion show, one of the fashion shows that we have it was at Naparima Girls. And so they give them the opportunity to dress up and they go up on the runway and they be escorted. And I was an escort, right? So it
Yeah.
was nice to see that how intelligent and creative this young girl was.
Yeah, they are incredibly intelligent because I have had interaction from children who up in terms of who are autistic and they leave me questioning my competency. And I mean that, So yeah, they like perfection, which is extremely good. So to end off, is there any advice you would give young adults and youth in general, being opening themselves to being a more inclusive society? Is there any advice? You get Day of Hello Youth.
Yeah. So what I would tell them is to go out and get involved. The
Mm-hmm.
best way to go to get this experience is to go out into the society and see where you can make a change. It may not have to be with somebody who has autism, but somebody who may need your help. So, and I think just by helping and volunteering and giving yourself and service without any real want of remuneration is just the way to go in terms of being able to see how society is. It's one of the ways that you'll be able to see in ways in which you could help, and it's a really nice feeling.
Awesome. So, Rajiv, I want to say thank you so much. And you are definitely skilled in terms of holding the camera. I know you holding the camera and doing the interview. So thank you so much for coming, sharing, and being part of, I guess, the community of persons with disability. And it is very inspiring because, you yourself do not have a disability or growing up know anyone with a disability, but you decided to do it anyway. So thank you so much for your service. And guys, I want to say thank you so much for tuning in to this week's segment of Unique Not Different with me, Shamla. Until next week, as I always say, be good, do good, and we trust a break and be back with more on the Now Morning Show. Bye guys. Bye Rajiv. Thank you.
Okay, Shamla.